EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. We're going to look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He'll be under center, the fifth-year quarterback who's in his second season now with the 49ers.
Last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And wide receiver Marquise Goodwin showed in 2017 he's more than just an Olympic long jumper. Showed more facets to his game. Not just a long ball threat either. Could catch it underneath. Nearly 1,000 yards in receiving and had more catches last season than in his 4 years combined in Buffalo.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching for them are in sync.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this one across midfield into 49er territory. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Mayfield now on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A first down carry for Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Mayfield. And this is at the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Crosby on now to... And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA.
God and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They go play action. Mayfield on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Back. Charles, when plays like that work, It's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a... Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mayfield down. And Woods has it complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Leopard!
Mayfield on play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not but 6 yards. A handoff to Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward, Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30.
Windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. Change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding, offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You know, despite the score, one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone.
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception.
Hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He will push his way down to about the 14. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here's McKinnon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garcon, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mayfield off the play fake. And finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake. Mayfield. Blitz coming and down he goes. Earl Mitchell coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack. Quarterback
gets hit.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Got to imagine the pass. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Over the middle of the field, complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back to throw, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. But he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Gold is able to put it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that run again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 20. Man, wide open, complete. is inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for San Francisco, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it'll be their first loss of the season. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.